Suffren, Philly Smith, and Brandon Enterud. Barker and Malaya Coles jump center, and Wake Forest will control the ball early, and a big key for Wake today on both ends of the floor, handling Texas A&M's size advantage.
Handling their size, handling their pressure. As you can see, they're already all over the ball. So taking care of the ball is going to be big for the Deacs.
Here comes Alexandria Scruggs and lays it in for two.
It's a great, strong take from her. And, you know, Wake has been very aggressive getting into the paint, so it's good to see them start off with a strong drive.
Look at the starting lineups for both teams. For Texas A&M, 3 transfers in Rogers, Coulibaly, and Ware that have made an impact. They're all averaging in double figures. There's Barker, her first shot, rebounded by Scruggs. For Wake Forest, Scruggs closing in on the school's all-time games played record. Elise Williams, they're hoping she can get going in a bit of a shooting slump as Scruggs has scored the first 4.
Yeah, you know, she's playing, I guess, a little out of position, a little undersized, but to see her be more of a presence down low instead of on the perimeter is good to see for Scruggs.
And this one almost turned over, wanted Coulibaly down low. Aisha Coulibaly, Auburn's leading scorer and rebounder the last 2 years. India Rogers, grad transfer from Oregon, 3-time all-conference in the Pac-12, and you can't miss 32, Lauren Ware, one of the best shot blockers in the country. No good, Sahara Jones, and this time it belongs to Wake.
You see Wake swarming the paint, though, which is what Coach Jebbia said. She wanted to make sure that they were really crowding it in the paint and making it hard for them and securing rebounds.
Yeah, big key for Wake. She said pack the paint, double the post, and make sure to rotate when A&M passes out of those double teams. Down low, Elise Williams. Scruggs has the first 4 for Wake. There's Kaya Harrison. Williams lost it, picked up by Jones. And a layup rims out. Offensive rebound, not there. Coulibaly, Ware fighting for it and able to draw the foul. There is Megan Jebbia, second season as Wake Forest's head coach. They've got some young players on this team too, young players with bright futures.
Bright futures for sure, but lacking some of that experience. So that's what she is, you know, challenging them to get better at and grow at throughout this season, game by game. And you're seeing it, you know, especially on the defensive end. The last few games, they've really picked up their intensity defensively. You see now a turnover that led to a transition. Could have been a very dangerous play, but instead they were able to still get a stop.
Barker too strong. Offensive rebound, Ware, and she is fouled by Coles, and 2 shots coming.
You know, Ware actually gets to the line a ton, but she doesn't shoot the best percentage.
Only 47% from the free throw line. She missed last season due to injury, but coming out of high school, this was one of the very top recruits in the country, a 5-star, averaging more than 2.5 blocks per game, along with double-figure scoring, almost averaging a double-double.
Yeah, those that 2.8 blocks per game actually has her, I think, at number 14 coming into this game in the nation with blocks.
Down low, that is Malaya Coles, Wake's leading scorer, no good. Barker pushing. Great ball movement. Coulibaly leaning in, loose ball, tracked down by Harrison.
The pace of this game really speeding up. Coach Taylor said that she wanted her Aggies to make sure that they controlled pace and pushed the tempo.
There is Joni Taylor, like Megan Jebbia, second season at Texas A&M, and this transfer class that she has brought in has raised the ceiling for this team.
Yes, for sure. They've had an impact right away. You know, has kind of, we talked a little bit about Barker and her production from having those transfers, just a little bit of a weight taken off of her shoulder and allowing her to just play more free.
Coulibaly draws the contact, and she will head to the free throw line.
another player that shoots a lot of free throws for this A&M team. I think she's second on the team in free throws, shooting at a better percentage for sure. But you will see these two players get into the line a lot.
Coles checks out, and the talented freshman for Wake, Madison Jordan, enters in Hawaii. We saw her go for 20 against St. Louis, 8 of 9 from the field. Offense right now ahead of her defense.
Yeah, she can really shoot it. She got hot in Hawaii from the three-point line. Coach Jeb was saying the challenge is just defensively. If she wants to be able to stay on the floor in all circumstances, she has to pick it up a little bit on the defensive end.
Jordan was Wake's top incoming recruit. Top 70 nationally. Grew up just an hour away in Mooresville.
Texas A&M.
Williams got the mismatch.
To piggyback off of that, Texas A&M switching a lot. Saw that in shoot-around as well, working on switching a lot of the actions. Wake Forest moves a lot, plays a lot of read and react. So trying to keep players matched up.
And Williams able to draw the foul.
It's good to see Williams be aggressive and get in there and get herself to the line, get herself an easy score, and struggle a little bit offensively late. So I'm excited to see, what kind of offensive game she has today.
Jasmine Williams, when you're in a shooting slump like she is, 8 for her last 45. What gets a shooter out of a slump?
Staying confident. First of all, I think that's the hardest thing, and that is the challenge is, still believe in yourself, still know what you bring to the table and what you can do, and you have to continue to do that, even if it's not going in, but being more selective, taking better shots, taking better opportunities, and, she does so many other things on the floor, so take some pressure off of scoring.
That case in point. Not shooting it well in the last 4 games, but still averaging 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and a couple of steals in that span. Rogers lines up the 3, in and out, and the rebound to Wake and the freshman Jordan.
That's a good look at a good 3 for India Rogers. She shoots it very well from the three-point line and could get them going if she can drop some of those in.
Williams misfires at the other end. Here comes Barker. Looking for Ware down low. Out of the double team, right back to Barker, executed to perfection.
Yeah, and we talked about that post-to-post passing and being able to pay off of each other, and that was a beautiful play right there.
What's the key to defending him?
Being aggressive, bumping him. Don't let Barker just cut down the lane without any contact. She kind of just went straight in for a layup.
Entry pass to Ware before the double got there. Might have rushed the shot. Here comes Harrison. Williams, the trailer, traveled.
She did, but I like the decision. I like the decision to shot fake and keep putting the pressure on the Texas A&M defense. She was thinking about getting to the paint.
MJ Johnson checking in for Texas A&M. 6'3" redshirt junior. Now the height disparity in this game, it is significant.
It is. A&M definitely has a good amount of size. This is a tall, lengthy player right here.
Ware down low. Coulibaly through the contact. No. Scruggs snags the rebound.
Wake doing a good job early defending the paint and getting rebounds. And I like that that's an emphasis they had and they're executing it.
Shot clock down to 10. Harrison against Rogers. Good matchup here. Scruggs from the outside. She's got 7 of Wake's 9.
Yeah, she is definitely off to a great start. It started inside out, though. Got her rhythm going and knocks down the 3.
Now her season average, 5 points per game, already passed that in the first quarter. Coulibaly for 3. Way off. Ware, offensive rebound. And that is going to be something Wake has to be cognizant of. Texas A&M able to draw fouls and get to the free throw line, but Alexandria. Lauren Ware at the free throw line, and she has already drawn 3 fouls against Wake Forest.
And you're going to see that continue to happen. They're going to play inside out. Texas A&M is going to make an emphasis of doing that, so it's going to be a challenge for Wake to defend without fouling.
Well, Wake's leading scorer, Malaya Coles, on the bench with 2 fouls. She began the game defending Ware. A&M, though, only 1 of 12 from the field. Wake 3 of 6. Deacs have turned it over 3 times, make it 4.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Elise Williams dribble that ball to the wing to make that entry pass. She tried to pass it from up top, didn't have the best angle, but it was definitely the right look. Just need to get a better angle for that pass.
Ware in the high post against the freshman Jordan. Here's Rogers working on Harrison, Wake's best perimeter defender. Ware on the inside, bank shot. Hard to match up against 6'5".
Absolutely. They know where they have their advantage, where their mismatch is, and they're going to keep feeding the post.
Right now, Ware guarding the 5'10" Scruggs. Entry pass, Williams. Good position, just couldn't finish. Another rebound by Ware.
I love the movement by Wake and getting the ball to the right places. They're executing their offense very well. Got to finish those easy ones.
3 by Sydney Bowles offline.
Ware looking a little shaken up.
She's slow to get back on defense. Rebound, Coulibaly. What does India Rogers bring to this offense?
I mean, she brings experience for sure. The challenge, talking to Coach Taylor, is to get her to be more of a vocal leader. But, you know, she can score the ball, and she takes care of it. At a point guard position, you want that, a point guard that's solid with the ball.
And Ware able to draw yet another foul. This time it's on Madison Jordan. And that is the 5th team foul on Wake. So A&M will shoot 2 free throws the rest of the way in this quarter.
Yeah, I would like to see, I think Wake is doing a great job at, you know, locking into the game plan, knowing they need to crowd the paint, knowing they need to be physical, box out, get bodies on people, but they don't want to keep sending them to the line.
It's the free throws and the offensive rebounds, which have offset a 2 for 15 shooting start for Texas A&M. South Carolina got all it could handle, but held off North Carolina 68-65 in this ACC-SEC challenge. So the number 1 team in the nation remains number 1. Breather for Ware. Barker back in.
Barker's off to a little bit of a quiet start here. I think them definitely emphasizing Ware. I would look to see her get more involved here.
The Australian, Katie Diebel, into the game for Wake. 12 and white. Shot clock is down to 5. Harrison got to put it up. Gets it to count plus the foul.
That is a beautiful, strong take. I love the decision for her to keep her dribble. It looked like she had nowhere to go. She kept her dribble, hesitated, changed speed, attacked the hips of Barker, and a beautiful finishing, strong take for the and-1.
The Aggies foul was whistled on number 2, Janiyah Parker. Her first team second.
That was not an easy take. If you see, KK Green is in now from Texas A&M, is one of their better perimeter defender, so it's a nice strong take by Harrison.
A 92% free throw shooter. She completes the 3-point play. 3 at the other end is good.
Did you see how fast Texas A&M got that ball up the floor off of a free throw down the sideline to a great 3-point shooting, Soleil Williams?
We saw Soleil Williams take a nasty spill and shoot around and looked okay coming out to warm up and knocks down the 3. Diebel.
Good
out to Scruggs.
Yeah, you don't like to see players have any kind of injury, so, you know, to see her get banged up a little bit and shoot around, it's nice to see Soleil Williams out here moving good.
Barker, the only starter on the floor for Texas A&M. Right now the Aggies showcasing their depth.
The depth that they definitely do have. You know, that's something that can be very beneficial, being able to mix things up and, you know, play different lineups together.
Another rebound for Scruggs on the KK Green miss. Harrison driving through the trees finds Scruggs, and she's provided a nice offensive boost for Wake in this first quarter.
First personal, team foul, number 3. Elise Williams back on the board for your Aggies.
Foul is on Soleil Williams. Scruggs averages 5 a game. 7 points so far to go along with 3 rebounds. Wednesday, it is a doubleheader for men's college hoops on the ACC network. Rutgers taking on Wake right here at 6. South Carolina and Clemson on 8. The ACC-SEC challenge is not done.
Scruggs is really off to a great start. She looks confident. She's making good decisions, hitting her shots. And I really like that last play before the free throw by Harrison. She's doing a good job for Wake, just keeping them under control and, really running the show.
Soleil Williams, the freshman, with her second 3. She was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Ohio. Elise Williams over Bowles, doesn't go. Barker cleans.
As you see, Barker showing her versatility, leading the transition and taking a jumper on her own. She's a very versatile scorer. She's a really fun player to watch.
She was A&M's top scorer as a freshman last year. Scruggs into double figures with a game-high 11.
Off to a hot start.
And Wake hanging with A&M, team that came in 5-1. Deacs coming off a loss to Villanova over the weekend. Williams down low. No good. MJ Johnson, and Wake can tie it here.
Interested to see what they go to right here. I would think probably going to Scruggs or keep the ball in Harrison's hand and get something aggressive going to the rim.
Clock winding down. Williams launches it up. And that was not the shot. Texas A&M on the road with a 2-point lead on Wake Forest after...
Continue to go toward that.
Yeah, none of it's been forced either.
Absolutely not. All out of the offense and good flow. I like how Wake looks offensively.
Strong take by KK Green, the senior out of Chicago.
Good to see a nice, easy basket going for Texas A&M. Not shooting a great percentage from the floor, so if they can get more things attacking the rim, that would be great.
Working inside. Single digits on the shot clock. Harrison looking for help. Here's Diebel. Baseline drive, throws it up. It's tipped around, and it comes to Soleil Williams, who's knocked down a couple of threes.
Texas A&M picking up their defense a little bit as far as, making Wake scramble and work a little harder to find a good shot.
A&M 6 of 21 from the field, 7 more shot attempts than Wake. Deacs have numbers. Diebel ahead to Andrews for the 2.
And there you see Wake Forest showing a little bit of their defense, turning teams over. It's something that they're trying to do, and kind of just Texas A&M forcing a lane and turns it over, and they execute the transition offense. Andrews gets on the board.
Barker posting up Andrews down low, faces up, and gets the friendly roll.
She has a beautiful face-up game, and like I said, Texas A&M, they're going to play inside out, whether it's through Ware, whether it's through Barker, they're going to get their touches.
And Ware is getting ready to check in for A&M along with India Rogers. Diebel down low gets the bounce.
Wake Forest is really getting behind Texas A&M's defense. They're losing people in actions, and Wake's not stopping their movement. They're constantly moving, looking for each other. They're making the extra pass and making the right reads.
Coulibaly down low, +1.
Coulibaly also has great size, and there you see her just being strong inside and jumping off 2 feet, having a nice, strong, physical finish that gets her to the free throw line.
It seems when the ball goes inside for A&M, good things happen, whether it's an offensive rebound, a basket, or a foul. You think of what they've been able to do. They got Coles in early foul trouble. Madison Jordan came in. She picked up 2 fouls in that first quarter as well.
Yeah, and it's by design. You know, they are locked into what their game plan is, and that is something Coach Taylor emphasizes. They want to play inside out.
That last foul on Reagan Conley, the junior. Elise Williams using the screen, picked up by Ware on the switch. Harrison drives around Ware. It'll stay with Wake, 9 to shoot.
When Wake Forest has to dribble too much, you see their spacing kind of get off and collapse a little bit. Makes it harder for them to find the shots that they want to get.
Megan Jebbia said this team plays its best offense when it's team basketball and they share the rock. Here's Turkoff, blocked by Ware, her first of the night.
We know that's what she is definitely good at. She's had games this year where she's had 3-4 blocks in a game, and you know, it's a big target down there.
Well, we get a foul away from the ball.
Turkoff just kind of over-penetrates. It's like she didn't see 6'5" sitting in front of her.
And Madison Jordan just picked up her 3rd foul.
It's unfortunate when a good player gets in foul trouble because it takes you out of the rhythm of the game. You know.
Down low, Ware against Scruggs, finds a cutting Coulibaly. You talked about that, the bigs being able to pass out of the low post.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Taylor said that Lauren Ware is a great post passer. And when you can have a post player that's that dominant in the paint, but that's also able to get her teammates involved, it is very impressive.
Riley Turkoff lines it up and knocks it down.
Yeah, she knew that one was going in. As soon as it left her hand, you saw the confidence and holding the follow through.
Freshman from Tenafly, New Jersey. 4-star recruit, top 100 player. Wild shot, rebounded by Harrison.
Great defense without fouling. Turkoff for another one.
Looked good when it left the hand.
Yeah, I'm happy to see her take that. I'm glad she didn't hesitate.
Here comes Jones. It rims out. Rebound by Ware. And this one from the outside for Rogers.
As I mentioned earlier, Rogers can really get hot from the three-point line. She's shooting 38.7% from the three.
Little give and go. Scruggs down low. Batted up. She follows her miss. Looking for help. Wake's got time. Turkoff this time puts it on the floor, off the window, count it, and one. The freshman playing with a little confidence.
Yeah, that's a nice, crafty, just sidestep. Here you see her driving in, does the little Euro, steps around, draws the contact, finishes the play.
Foul is on Sahara Jones and Riley Turkoff, who had the three-pointer earlier, with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Here comes Tanea Hilton. Boy, she's quick.
That was super quick. She went the length of the floor all the way to the left for the finish. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication by Wake. Here you see she just drives all the way down, crosses the court, and that's a nice, strong take in the finish for the N1.
Elise Williams picks up her second, and you can tell what the MO is for Texas A&M. Get the ball inside, play through the post. Even the guards drive the ball to the basket.
Yeah, the game settled in a little bit, you know. Even though they're not shooting the best, they have stayed focused on what they're trying to do. Those shots will fall, get into the paint, being aggressive, keeping the pressure on the Wake Forest defense. Here you see their defensive pressure, picking the ball up right over half court. Oof.
And they get Hilton with the foul.
They do. Got to adjust a little bit, see the way that the refs are calling it, but that is their identity, to pressure, to be disruptive. And now she's going to put her hands behind her back, you know, emphasize, I could stay in front without reaching.
Harrison got free and fouled on the shot. They get Hilton again.
You had to imagine that might turn a little bit, you know. Both teams have been aggressive. A lot of fouls have been called for this Texas A&M team. They've shot a lot of free throws, and so now you see Wake being rewarded for their aggressiveness.
This Friday and Saturday, we get you set for the ACC Championship from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Louisville and Florida State. Seminoles right now at number 4, sitting in that college football playoff picture. Friday got the ACC Huddle at 3, ACC PM at 4, and then Saturday, the Huddle gets you set for the big game. Command Center has you covered for kickoff, and the Huddle is back to recap the action post-game. Mike Norvell, and ACC Coach of the Year. Florida State having a resurgence. A&M and Wake, a 7.
Your pick.
I select Victor Wembanyama.
Mock through with 11-12.
Yeah, they're doing it by committee. Everybody came ready to play. Everybody that steps on the floor is continuing the game plan of playing inside out.
Wake turns it over off the inbounds. Here's KK Green. Her pass deflected and picked off by Andrews, and then she turns it right back over. Loose ball. Turkoff able to corral.
A little chaotic change of events right there. Both teams have been pretty good, I would say, with turnovers, but that was back-to-back.
Diebel gets separation. Rainbow 3, not there. A&M has made 9 of its last 13. Make it 10 of its last 14. Coulibaly, the Auburn transfer.
A&M just looks comfortable now. Every take looks confident and assertive. They're keeping their chin up, finishing at the rim, making sure that it goes through. And, you know, Wake just needs to disrupt a little more. You know, try to stay in front, maybe be a little bit more physical without fouling.
A double dribble against Wake. All right, I got to call you out on this. You opened up in the commercial break a bag of airplane pretzels.
Yeah, you know, I sleep on every flight. Like, before the plane is full, I'm already asleep. So I just take them and I save them, and they come in handy. Don't reach your hand over here when you start getting hungry.
Still got the DFW label on the bag.
You didn't have to call me out, Anish.
Did you bring any biscotti cookies as well?
I didn't, but I always have snacks. I got some Skittles in here, some peanut butter crackers, you name it.
Diebel picked up the foul. Here's the 3, no good by Johnson. Another offensive rebound. Rogers thought about it. Instead, great pass inside to a wide open Jones.
And I love that decision for her. I feel like watching, I see sometimes she struggles with which shots to take and when, and that was a great decision to turn down that 3, which she shoots well, to get a better shot for her teammate underneath the basket.
Turkoff, nice move inside, got blocked. Coulibaly scoops it up. Here comes Rogers.
I like the aggression by Turkoff, but there, 1-on-3, probably could have made a better decision.
Ware calling for it, open, had good position. Jones the putback, no. And we get another foul down low. Scruggs picked up her first.
Texas A&M really sharing the ball here. Everybody is getting involved. You see us turning down shots to get better shots. Good to greats.
Fifth team foul on Wake Forest, so that means Texas A&M is in the bonus. And you got Sahara Jones, senior out of San Antonio, at the line. Joni Taylor telling us she's somebody she didn't play a whole lot the first couple of years. There is a big ceiling for her right now she's one of the X factors, but if she can reach her ceiling, she might have a chance to play with you.
Absolutely. Coach Taylor had mentioned that she's like a blue-collar Kalia Copper. If you know anything about the WNBA and Kalia Copper, she was a finals MVP. She is a multiple-time All-Star, so that's saying a lot for Sahara Jones.
Here is Jones, who has a high motor. Still has another year of eligibility as well. Coulibaly down low to Ware. Posting up on Scruggs. Got tied up, lost it. It will stay with the Aggies.
We talked about Scruggs being undersized, but what she lacks in height, she has in physicality. And that was a good job of her just keeping her position, holding her ground, and almost forcing a turnover.
She's giving up almost 7 inches to Ware.
It's a lot.
6'5" against 5'10". Here comes Jones. You see the quickness off the bounce.
Yeah, that's a solid straight line drive right there. And I would like to see Wake make it a little bit more challenging, but I don't know, it's pretty tough to get in front of a strong, long, physical player like that.
Coulibaly defending Harrison, nearly poked it away. A 7-0 run for Texas A&M. They have their largest lead of the game.
Look at the activity defensively from Texas A&M.
Harrison down low, kicks it out. Corner 3, good by Conley.
Conley picking up where she left off from their last game against Villanova, where she really lit it up, hit some big threes late in that game. You know, Coach Jebbia mentioned maybe her seeing some more minutes in the rotation because of her confidence in that performance.
Rogers answers. Yeah, Conley in that Nova game, 14 points in 24 minutes off the pine. Coulibaly staying with Rogers. It's not just the length. They have great defenders, great athletes as well.
And great communication. I don't know if you can see it, I'm reading lips, but I actually see Ware really being like the defensive quarterback out there, communicating, talking to all of her players, because she's, you know, she's facing the action, so she can really get players to where they need to be.
Joni Taylor praised her and Barker for their leadership ability. Barker left that jumper short.
Do you see that, though?
You do.
Step back. Like a behind-the-back step back from your post player.
It's hard to brand her, right, just as a post player. She does so much. We've seen her bring the ball up. She can shoot it from the outside.
Extremely versatile.
Last year, Janiah Barker was A&M's top scorer as a freshman, leading the team in scoring again. Preseason first team All-SEC as a sophomore. And she walked.
We were saying too many good things about her. Something bad had to happen.
The vaunted announcer jinx. Harrison driving on Ware. Kicks to Andrews. Rebound to Rogers. Had it poked away, but out of bounds. Last touch, Scruggs. 41 seconds to go. Let's see if A&M wants to go 2 for 1 or just take the time here.
I'd do 2 for 1. I love a 2 for 1. They're taking their time.
Jones for 3. Scruggs snags the board.
Pretty shot, though. She got a good look at it.
And now Wake can hold for one final shot. Williams guarding Kaya Harrison.
Coming off of a double drag type of action. Has the mismatch, keeps her dribble. Ooh. Woo.
Drops it off for Scruggs, and time expires. And Barker let out a yell as Texas A&M steps up. Sided height advantage. There is Aisha Coulibaly, the Auburn transfer, where she led the Tigers in scoring in each of the last 2 years. Now Rogers, all Pac-12 at Oregon with the nice touch, and she is 1 point away now from 1,700 for her career.
That was a nice take with the left. You know, it kind of looked like she was going to shoot it with the left, but then switched it back and shot it with the right. And I have to credit my post player there. I love the screening angles of Lauren Ware. I noticed that watching film. She's really good and intentional about sending her player downhill.
Ware that time using the long arms to deny the entry. Coles is out there after picking up the 2 fouls in the first quarter. 5 and white. Down low, Scruggs met at the rim by Ware.
And that's a huge block. Huge block. And you know that is what she does for this Texas A&M team. You know, she just turns around and kind of the ball was just put at her, spread her wingspan out and stuffed it.
Second block for Ware. Averages almost 3 a game. It was last touch on Wake. Rogers using the screen, picked up by Andrews. Falling away. Rebound Barker, feeding Ware. Puts it up. Barker has it again. Loose ball. And it's scooped up by Coles.
Good job by Barker to keep that ball alive. Maybe an opportunity there for Ware to use her left hand on that finish. She came back to the middle. That's where all the defense was.
Ware's got that brace on her left leg. She missed all of last year while in Arizona, injured. One of 3 impact transfers for A&M, all in the starting lineup, all averaging double figures. And a foul on the drive. It's against Jones, her second.
I would like to see Elise get a little involved now. You know, we had talked earlier about her struggling a little bit offensively, scoring the ball, but she can be aggressive and look for her opportunities to take good shots, but she cannot turn the ball over.
Another turnover off the inbounds. Jones up ahead to Coulibaly. We were talking about this at halftime. When you watch 24, Sahara Jones, who had the assist, there could be a really special player in there at the next level.
Absolutely. She has a pro-ready body, in my opinion, and you can just see the explosiveness in her, you know, in the way that she plays. She gets downhill. She can read the floor, make good decisions, you know, good passer. She's impressive.
Andrews guarded by Jones. Good defense. Scruggs had 11 in the first half. She's got 14, almost double her season high entering tonight.
Yeah, she said, you know, I'm so hot. Remember me from the first half? Yep, take this 3. I love this. Gnashing along the baseline, finding her teammate Scruggs with the hot hand for the 3.
Kaya Harrison guarded by Sahara Jones.
It's a lot of length on a
sure is.
Shorter point guard in Harrison.
Now picked up by Ware.
Yeah, they're switching a lot. Texas A&M works on this in their shoot around, keeping players in front of them and just keeping bodies on bodies. And there you see Ware contesting a shot without fouling, just using her length to you know, alter shots.
Jasmine, when they spread their hands the way Texas A&M does with the arms wide and Wake tries to get inside the arc, it doesn't feel like there's any space.
It doesn't, and you can see it. You can see that the ball is just bouncing and bouncing and passing around. They can't get north to south. They end up making Wake Forest go east to west.
Scruggs picks up her second foul. We remind you, Sunday night, the Huddle crew will have their annual Selection Day special. A 1-hour show that includes breakdowns and analysis of the ACC's bowl-bound teams. 11 of the 14 ACC teams this year bowl eligible. Florida State with a chance to play in the college football playoff if they beat Louisville. I know Jordan Travis is hurt, but no undefeated Power 5 conference champion has been left out of the college football playoff.
Go back a few possessions to Ware's free throws. I had mentioned earlier, she gets to the line, I think the most on the team, but doesn't usually shoot a great percentage. She is making them today. She's 6 of 8 for the line.
And she's been able to do some damage getting these Wake players into foul trouble. She has drawn now 5 fouls. Andrews, good look, and it rims out. Ware, another rebound.
That was pretty much in the basket. That's a tough one. Good look at it, though. I hope to see her get another opportunity and not hesitate. Wake Forest really needs to, you know, put the ball in the basket, get some points on the board.
Rogers has 7. Tough angle, she gets it to go, and she crosses the 1,700-point threshold for her career.
Was able to finish with some contact there. Maybe could have been an and one. Looked a little awkward, but I like it.
A&M matches its largest lead of the game. Elise Williams is fouled. It's Coulibaly, her second.
Rogers, another on-ball screen from Lauren Ware, just aggressive, gets 2 feet in the paint and just goes up and finishes. I would like to see Wake Forest go back to how they played in the first quarter. They had a confidence and a bounce to them. They were moving the ball. They were finding their best shot.
Going inside to Coles, their best low post player, and a 3-second violation. And again, that's the presence of Lauren Ware.
It really is. You know, Coles had a lot of success against Villanova. She showed all that she can do, how dominant she could be down there, but against an undersized team. So it's a challenge for her today, obviously, with more size and more experience to be able to be successful.
22 on 10 of 13 shooting against Nova, her best game of the season. Barker open for 3, and here comes Harrison. Kai Harrison pushing, driving on Ware. She got a piece again, her 3rd block. Rogers, hesitation, scoop. It's good. She's got 11.
That's a nice hezzy. Nice hezzy.
Andrews sets it up. Back iron. She's had a couple almost go down.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that go in. A little miscommunication from Texas A&M. Didn't get matched up in transition. She had a great look at it, just couldn't hit it.
India Rogers plays with certain quiet confidence as Barker drives on Scruggs and 1.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Rogers with a nice flashy, took the contact, fading, falling out of bounds. Gets the end. Janiah Barker leading Texas A&M.
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot.
A 3-point play. She does not. Another offensive rebound. A&M with an 11-2 edge in second chance points. +9 in offensive rebounds.
Wake Forest would really need to lock back into their defensive game plan in order to get back into this game.
A palming violation. Hey, look at the rebounding disparity, and that was Megan Jebbia's big concern for Wake Forest, Joni Taylor's team. We've mentioned the height advantage a few times. 33 rebounds for A&M, 18 for Wake Forest. And Wake just hasn't shot a high enough percentage to offset that. Scruggs has done her part. This will stay with Wake, 13 to shoot.
Scruggs has done her part. It's nice to see her still trying to be aggressive. I know she needs some more of her teammates to get involved, but you know, she's been the one to score. She needs to make sure she doesn't lose that.
Malaya Cole still without a point. Here's Elise Williams. Falling away from the baseline. That doesn't go. Nothing falling for her right now. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Wake ball with a fresh 20 on the clock.
That move by Williams, it would have been beautiful if it did fall. It was a nice move. Turn around off one leg.
She's now 8 for her last 50 as Bowles commits the foul. And Megan Jebbia was telling us with Elise Williams, there's a good player in there. We all know that. She said the shot selection of late could be better.
Yeah, she's a smart player. I think that's something to definitely emphasize. She has the experience. She's smart. She does it all. She does a lot of things for this Wake Forest team. She's a leader. You know, she's without her bestie from last year, Jewel Spear, who they lost to the portal. And right on cue, she hits a 3 from the top of the key, which she is very capable of doing.
You never know. That could be the shot that unlocks the shooter.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, it's keeping that confidence, staying aggressive. I know that she's been working on her shot selection, so that can make you hesitant. That can make you overthink. And she just needs to kind of play free and be herself.
Bowles, catch and release. Rebound Andrews. Oh, give and go. Coles down low, up and under for the 2.
That was a beautiful 2-game play right there.
Ware down low, faces up, left it short. Battle for the board. It's Andrews who rips it away.
Wake Forest seem like they have a little bit of momentum right here. Hopefully they can keep it.
And an offensive foul on Andrews.
Here you see Wake finding some offense. Elise Williams getting a 3 from the top of the key, which she really needed to get herself going. And here you have Elise again, got some confidence. Now she finds her teammate off the slip to the basket. Gets Coles going as well.
First points for Coles, Wake's leading scorer. Madison Jordan checks in for Wake as she had picked up 3 fouls in that opening half. What does it tell you? You got a freshman in Jordan with a high ceiling. We got here early to the arena. First one out for Wake, working on her shot, was Miss Jordan.
You know, and you love to see it. You know, you want to see it translate to the game because you love to see young players, especially freshmen, get the reps in because they know they need them and also because they care. They want to perform, they want to do well. So we'd like to see her get going here in the second half.
Ware is into double figures now with 10 points. She's 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Scruggs working on Johnson. Gets underneath, and she's having herself a game. 16 to lead all scores.
She is. I love the composure. Soleil Williams answers from the 3-point line. She's a lefty, great shooter. And, you know, in transition is some of the best times to get off a 3.
She's got 9, her second to triple. And we're going to get a foul on KK Green, tangled with Elise Williams down low.
Texas A&M all game has done a great job at getting the ball up the sideline in transition, getting it out fast. And here you see it lead to a 3-pointer in transition for Soleil Williams.
Yeah, we've seen them run after makes, too.
Made free throws, too.
Jordan forced it. A double-double for Ware, her 10th rebound. 6th double-double of her career, 3rd this season. And now showing off the ability to pass from the post.
To be honest, I think that's maybe the 3rd or 4th one we've seen from her this game. She has done a great job of catching the ball off the block, kind of in that short corner dunker area, and then they dive down a player just with no contest to the lane.
Three on the way from MJ Johnson. Rebound Elise Williams. Harrison's open. Too much.
She got a good look at it, though. I'm glad she took it. It was a nice, wide open 3, confident shot. Got to get more open shots, good looks like that.
Johnson lost it on the drive. Harrison the other way. Driving on Green, through the contact, and a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And here you see why Harrison gets to the line the way that she does. She has a small body but a strong frame. She goes off 2 feet, takes herself into the defense to draw the contact and finish for the 3-point play.
And you could see she tried to initiate that knowing the defender was out of position.
Yeah, she made sure that she would draw the foul. She wanted to make sure that she got to the free throw line. That's her bread and butter. That's where she has been extremely successful this season thus far. And I hope I'm not, doing the the announcer jinx.
Oh, you did it again. I think we're done talking about free throw prowess for the night. .92% free throw shooter. She's missed 2 tonight. Here's Soleil Williams and the follow by Barker.
There you see Texas A&M just being relentless on the offensive glass. It's part of their identity. It's what they do, and they're having great success doing it again tonight.
Harrison trying to get free from Barker. Conley airballs the three.
Texas A&M really, when they lock in defensively, they are hard to get by, hard to score on.
This was a team picked to finish 8th in the SEC this season. Against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. Certainly means a lot to those of us at ESPN and around the country and around the world every year. This time of year, you get to see Jimmy V's famous speech, laugh, think, and cry. You do that, it's a full day.
It's so important. For the better part of my career, me, like a lot of people, unfortunately, in this world have been impacted by cancer in my family. So I spent most of my career raising a lot of awareness for cancer. So, this is a very important cause.
Soleil Williams beats the shot clock, and Barker grabs the rebound.
We knew rebounding would be a big story in this game, and it really is. Between the paint points, Texas A&M is 32 paint points to Wake Forest is 20, and 13 second chance points to Wake Forest is 4. You add in the fast break points, 14-4, and it's pretty much the story of this deficit.
A&M came into the game averaging 11 more rebounds per game than its opponent. Tonight, plus 19.
And you knew they were not going to let up on that glass. And, Wake Forest started off strong and tough and really focused on it. But, with the size disadvantage, it's hard, and the foul trouble.
Diebel down low, took her time and scores.
And there we see a little flash of how Wake Forest played in that first quarter. Movement, passing the ball, moving it, and getting behind the Texas A&M defense.
Barker against Scruggs, lost it. It was knocked out by A&M. When you say getting behind the defense, what's the best way to do that?
A lot of times it's not off the dribble. It is off of just cutting and moving without the ball. So a lot of times you see them getting behind them through a high post back screen for a guard or for a post player. We saw it was Scruggs earlier on in the game. We saw Diebel do it a few times in this game.
Coles has been quiet today. Diebel from the Gold Coast of Australia launches a three, rushed that shot, and that's going to be an over-the-back foul on Barker.
Texas A&M foul whistle on number 2, Janaya Barker. Second personal, second team.
Into the corner. That's no good from Conley.
Wake Forest has got a few good looks at threes in this half. They just have not been able to knock them down.
Barker, the only starter on the floor for A&M.
Which is not surprising. She is a leader for this Texas A&M team. Coach Taylor talked about how she's grown in that area.
MJ Johnson for 2. India Rogers getting ready to check in for A&M. Barker defending Scruggs, goes down low. Coles had good position.
She does a really good job of that. When she seals and, gets wide and gets that low base, she's hard to get around. And there you see her with just a nice finish down low.
Down low, Barker goes up, gets it, and draws the foul on Scruggs.
It's a really nice high-low passing by Texas A&M there. It's a great pass. She got it up there where Scruggs just couldn't reach it, and then just the contact was just too much.
Points, 9 rebounds for Barker. Williams over Conley, who may have gotten a piece. Out of the double. Conley on the drive. No good on the layup. Battle for the board to Coles. Tries to kick it out. Here comes Rogers. And that's a kick ball. Joni Taylor, in her second season, she took Georgia to 4 NCAA tournaments, was the SEC Coach of the Year in her final season with the Dogs, and she was telling us what attracted her to this A&M job was that the Aggies were all in on women's basketball.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a trend that we love to see, is that investment into women's sports. And I think, you know, especially when you're a young kid and you're going to commit to a school, that's important. You want to go somewhere that sees the importance of investing in your future. And, you know, for a coach to be able to recruit and get players to want to come there, it's important that she can sell that.
As she said, you look at the way they market the program, the collectives, from what you see on social media and the digital world, and just to staffing, you know, your support staff, your assistant coaches, having extra assistants who can't go on the road to recruit, but can be there for you and can help you in practices and behind the scenes.
Yeah, she said she wants the resources, as they should be, to be equal. Everything to look seamless between the men's basketball and the women's basketball. And at Texas A&M, she feels she has that.
And she is following in the footsteps of a legend in Gary Blair. He's in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. He's in the Naismith Hall of Fame. I know you ran into Gary Blair during that championship season.
We sure did. We played them at Duke in 2011, and they went on to win that national championship. They had Sydney Colson from the Aces, who's winning championships is not new to her. Yeah. She's now won 2 in Vegas.
Williams able to draw the foul.
On the floor for Texas A&M, number 11, Vanessa Saintu. Soleil Williams at the line.
We get you ready for the ACC Championship on Saturday, and it starts tomorrow with ACC Huddle at 3 and then ACC PM. Saturday, the Huddle back at 6 Eastern. Kickoff is at 8. Command Center has you covered there, and after the game, ACC Huddle back to recap all the action between Louisville and Florida State. Conley's 3 doesn't go. How about Soleil Williams off the bench, 10 points. We saw her go down in what looked like excruciating pain during shoot-around earlier today. At that point, didn't look like she was going to play tonight.
She's just tough, you know. Hoopers like to hoop, you know. It's a game in front of her, ACC, SEC challenge for the first time. You know, big game to want to get out here in the bright lights and show what she can do, and she's doing that.
Here's Williams again. Front rim, right to Diebel.
Quick release there.
And a travel.
Yeah. You know, this game, it's quite a, you know, Texas A&M is up quite big. You can't say it's over yet. There's a lot of time left. But I'm a strong believer in how you finish the game. That momentum takes you into the next game. So for Wake Forest here, whoever's on the court just needs to stay locked in, keep getting better, keep growing as a team, and keep working on their team goals.
And for A&M, yes, the opponent is a team picked to finish at the bottom of the ACC as Coulibaly scores. But as Joni Taylor told us pregame, this is a talented roster. They haven't really won big yet, even with some of the transfers at other places. They're still learning to win. And last time out, they got a road win, which is something this program hadn't done in a while, hadn't done under Joni Taylor. Now, you're looking to put back-to-back road wins What can Texas A&M learn from these last couple of games, going on the road and putting together some pretty good performances?
I mean, in order to truly be successful long term, you got to be able to win on the road. It's hard to do. It takes maturity. It takes team play. It takes leadership. And so what she's learning about her team is that she has those pieces. The talent is there. They all know that the talent is there.
We'll step aside. 4:12 left in this one. A&M looking to put the ribbon and wrapping paper on a road dub. Well, we are wrapping up this ACC SEC challenge, and last night the ACC won 4 out of 5, and if you count some of the early results today, at one point it was 7-1 in favor of the ACC, while the SEC, as the hour turned late, started to rack up some W's.
I mean, you know, there are some strong teams in the SEC. We knew that today they would put some W's in the win column for sure.
Yeah, the SEC with a chance to even up the challenge at 7 apiece as the final tally. Turkoff hits the 3.
She's had herself a pretty solid game off the bench today, too. She's 3 for 6, I believe. Yep.
Vanessa Saidu, number 11 for A&M, is in there. In progress right now, Final Four rematch, Virginia Tech, LSU, and last check, LSU was up double figures midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be surprised by what that looks like. Angel Reese back today. Anissa Morrow, who had a tremendous Thanksgiving holiday. She put up crazy points. She's the SEC Player of the Week this week. So be curious to see how that finishes up. How much is left in that?
Yeah, I think it was right around the 5-6 minute mark of the fourth quarter. Virginia Tech, preseason pick to win the ACC. LSU, your defending national champion. Preseason pick, obviously, to win the SEC. Diebel's 3, and that's rebounded by Coulibaly.
Virginia Tech has some nice players over there, too, though. Very exciting player to watch, Georgia A. Moore and Elizabeth Kitley, this week's ACC Player of the Week. So I'll have to rewatch that game for sure. I got to see what's going on there.
Now that one, and then maybe a surprise to some. Not that South Carolina won tonight, but North Carolina kept that game close pretty much for the duration.
Yeah, I know. I did. Another game that I'm going to have to watch. South Carolina has been impressive this year, as they have for the last few seasons. You know, we talk about what rebuild.
I thought this was a reloading year for Dawn Stanley.
I know, what rebuild?
That's when you know you've kind of taken it to that next tier. Like, you know, Gino Auriemma with the UConn teams. A rebuilding year was when you lose in the Final Four.
Because it's a culture. You build a culture, so you get players that, you know, fit into that. They buy into that, want to be a part of it. And that's just what you see. Young players coming in, making an impact.
Pleased to see that with Pat Summit in her heyday at Tennessee. Sunday night, the Huddle crew will have their annual Selection Day special. A 1-hour show that'll include breakdowns and analysis of the ACC bowl-bound teams. 11 of the 14 ACC teams bowl eligible this year, including your Duke Blue Devils. Although Mike Elko, now the head coach at Texas A&M.
I know. Had a good little run with us, though. It was an exciting year for Duke football. I went to that Notre Dame game.
And Riley Leonard, the quarterback, in the transfer portal as well.
Wonder where he'll end up.
If you pay attention, there's big money right now if you're a quote-unquote free agent college quarterback in the portal.
I wonder what I can get a COVID year for in football. Work on my kicking skills, maybe.
MJ Johnson on the putback. That's wild how NIL has changed the game in all sports. Here's Jordan, step back three, good.
Would have liked to see some more of that earlier in the game. She really is such a talented player, a young freshman with a high ceiling, so much growth there. Just wasn't her night today.
Early foul trouble for Jordan and Coles really skewed things for Wake Forest as Turcoff puts in her 12th point.
But you talk about that momentum, though. I said Wake Forest wanting to play hard and strong. They emptied the bench a little bit, so they got some players in here getting some experience. And, so far I like what I see here. They're playing hard, being physical. You see boxing out.
They get the foul on Sadie. Barker comes back in. She needs one more rebound to get another double-double. She's had one in 3 of the last 4 games. With 14 tonight, she has scored in double figures in now 11 straight games, dating back to last season.
Yeah, she really had a nice game today. Her and Ware down low, they are a force. They're a great duo. Extremely talented.
Tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Dixie Ultra, is Lauren Ware, the Arizona transfer who didn't play last year because she was hurt. 10 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 assists. And there were times when she didn't register in the box score. Her presence and her defense impacted what Wake could and could not do offensively.
Absolutely. You see that plus 19 in efficiency? That shows you right there what her impact was. She was phenomenal. I really enjoyed watching her play. She didn't have a lot of field goal attempts, but she still was able to get her team in the right way to start the game. She really set the tone.
We talked about the foul trouble for Jordan and Coles. A lot of that was a byproduct of Lauren Ware down low.
Yeah, for sure. She's a great pickup for Texas A&M. I think it's going to be a fun season watching her and Barker play together.
A&M will run out these final seconds and get a couple more before we close the book. That's Kylie Marshall. Turcoff, 2-1, and the buzzer sounds. The Aggies come on the road. They beat Wake Forest 81-57. Your final score, it was a close first quarter.